In this video, I'll be demonstrating how to install the DocScanFx application. After you've downloaded the installer, double-click to run it. It does require administrative rights. You'll need to accept a license agreement. Click on Next. If you need to modify the destination and location, you can do that. Some optional components are shown on the next screen. Finally, click Install in order to transfer the files to your computer. Once this completes, you want to allow DocScanFx to run. You'll be presented with a screen where you enter in your license key, type in your facility name, and an installation location. Next, the basic setup wizard will be shown. This is where you can enter in your PACS archive information, your modality work list, and the local AE title that DocScanFx will use. In addition, you can put in the institution name and choose the date format that you'll use for your region. Once you've entered in the AE title, IP address, and port of your PACS archive or your modality work list, you can use the ping, echo, and query buttons in order to test if it's valid. Hover over any of those icons for additional information about the success or failure. If any of these had failed, they would have turned red. When you're finished, you want to click on Save and Exit. You'll be prompted to restart the DocScanFx application, and you can do that using this DocScanFx icon on your desktop. The first screen you're presented with when the application runs is a mode selection screen. A mode is just a package of settings that perform a particular workflow. In this case, we have two. When you first do the installation, you have one for scanning documents and one for doing CD importing. You could make more or just have one. It just depends what your needs are. I'm going to select the Scan Documents Multi-Search and click Select. And you'll notice that we're presented with a search dialog here that you could fill in any of these fields with and click on Search. I'm going to just choose to search by date range and for a particular modality. The results of the search are presented over here on the right. We just double click on any of these. The patient and exam information is filled in, and we click on Next. The first time DocScanFx runs and is presented with this screen, it'll go out and do an automatic search to discover any Twain scanners. The results of that will be shown here. If you need to change any settings about the scanner itself that's being used, you can right-click on Scan, and there are some context menus that you can select different options with. Other methods for importing images into DocScanFx are to use the Import button, where you can then go browse for any kind of image file or a PDF file, a multi-page TIFF. It should be noted that PDF files are converted to images. It doesn't just DICOM wrap the PDF file. Screenshot can be used in order to just go grab some information out of your EMR or your RIS and bring that in as an image that might be useful to send to the recipient of the study. And also Forms is in here where you can convert your paper documents to electronic forms that end users can fill out online. Some of the fields can even be populated from the DICOM tags, and they can draw and annotate on the images themselves. There's a variety of tools across the bottom here for converting the images to grayscale or inverting them, cropping, editing, etc. And you have the options to change any of these settings as needed. Maybe you only want a big scan button across the bottom here and you don't need any of these other three. That's adjustable. And even some of these tools, if you don't want any of these tools available to your end users, you can get rid of those as well. I'm going to back up and show you another mode, the CD import mode. We'll click on Select. When using the CD import, you can just go browse to a destination where you might have some DICOM files. In this case, I have some studies on a USB memory stick inside of the D drive. You can see that it found this single patient with these 5 exams inside. You can drill down and see what is inside each of the different exams by clicking the plus sign next to it. You can click this top button, it will select all of them, but if there was one particular series that you didn't want to bring in for your facility, you can uncheck that. And then you finally would click on the Import button to transfer them to your PACS. Note that you can adjust any of these too by clicking on it and clicking on Edit, and you could change, say, the patient demographics or some of the information about the exam or even the series. Well, that's it for a basic introduction to DocScanFx. If you have more questions, you can contact us at support@paxlogic.com. Thank you.